Hi everybody! Today we start our first lesson of biology with llama. And when I say llama, I mean me, because I am the llama. Anyway, I'm not sure how much biology you already know, so I'm gonna start at the basics of what I think biology is about. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about cells. Biology is essentially the study of life and the varieties of life and how life functions in this earth. And the basic unit of life is a cell. Now, every single living organism on this planet is made up of cells, and essentially without cells there is no life. There are two types of cells I'd like to talk about today. The most basic kind of cells you would learn in biology course, and that is the plant cell and the animal cell. Here is a very badly drawn picture of an animal cell. So an animal cell basically has three main components. The nucleus is the most important part of the cell, in which it acts like the cell's brain because it controls all the activities that go on in the cell. It also contains all your DNA, which is pretty much important for synthesizing a lot of things within the cell, like enzymes and hormones and stuff. The cytoplasm is the main bulk of the cell. It's this jelly-like, gooey, squishy, fluidy thing that surrounds the nucleus and houses lots of the cell's organelles. This is essentially where all the cool stuff happens, like synthesis of proteins and lipids to be sent out of the cell or to be used in the cell. And finally, we have the cell surface membrane. This is actually one of the most important parts of the cell because it is semi-permeable, which means that it only allows certain things to move in or out of the cell. This is important because if everything and anything could just go in the cell, like toxins and stuff, the cell would die really, really quickly. So it's got loads of like little transport channels and proteins on its surface to allow certain things to come in, but bars entry to other things like toxins and stuff. And this is a very badly drawn picture of a plant cell. Well, as you can see from the picture already, plant cells are generally quite different from animal cells. Because plant cells make their own food from sunlight through photosynthesis, they have to have several additional features or organelles to be able to make and store this food in their bodies. There are three main features that plant cells have that animal cells don't. The first one being a vacuole. This vacuole is basically a sac that contains all the sugary products of photosynthesis, and it's stored within there alongside the plant's waste products so that they can be discarded later or used in processes such as cell growth and or respiration. The next feature is the cell wall, which is wrapped around the outside of the cell surface membrane of the plant cell. Unlike cell surface membranes, they are fully permeable, which means they can let anything and everything go in and out of the cell. But its main purpose is basically to maintain the structure of the plant cell and to keep it turgid and rigid so that it does not become totally damaged when the plant is lacking water. The final and probably the most important feature of a plant cell is the chloroplast. This is where photosynthesis occurs in plant cells and therefore contains the very famous pigment chlorophyll. This is the place where carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight are converted into glucose and oxygen. So there you have it, the basic components of plant and animal cells. Next time, hopefully, I will be talking about the cells in more depth and what other things are in the cells apart from these little pieces of things that I've spoken about today. So yeah, see ya!